Okay, so this video is long overdue. I know I had something up. I've been saying I was going to bring it back. I've been receiving questions about lace tint. So yes, let's get into it. The truth about lace tint. So lace tint, most people lace tint are either made with red dye or you're looking at permanent dye, which is in the powder form. Now, you can't make this into a liquid. Well, it'll come to a liquid, but it doesn't work the same as red when it comes to actually staining the lace. So here I have a dark brown, a medium brown, and a light brown already pre-mixed. So let's just get into this. So the thing with me with lace tint, here are some of the questions that I'm receiving. Why isn't it my lace tint spray doesn't work? My client broke out. She had bumps. I had bumps. Why is it that my lace tint it has a purple tone? So I'm going to answer some of those questions and just be talking about some of the other questions that I've been receiving and discussing things that I've been hearing from my students. And I really was sparked by this by a student who I had yesterday. So I'm excited about doing this video. So let's just get into it. So here are the main colors that you really use with the red dye. You have the chocolate brown, I think tan to cocoa brown, whatever. I'll show it to you here. So, well, it'll be down below. So let's just get into it. Here, the chocolate brown. You can't let it scare you. It has like a purple undertone. Cocoa brown, dark brown. And this one has like a gray undertone. And then your tan has, it looks like a green undertone. So when you're learning about color theory and all of that, you'll understand how to cancel out and do things. So basically you just mix it. But one thing I tell people about with the red dye, you can really just use cocoa brown. More is going to be darker, less is going to be lighter. And then also with the tan. So if I had to recommend two to use, it'll be this. Now, if you want to use cocoa brown, but you need like that black undertone, and then I add a little bit of the chocolate in it. But I never just use this to make a dark brown or anything like that. And I know I've been asked why I don't sell spray and all that. I don't sell lace tint spray because this in a bottle with water is still a chemical. It's not meant to just be sprayed on your lace and left on your head with no barrier. And most of the time the stocking cap isn't enough barrier because you still have some of the lace that actually touches your skin. And with that, as you sweat, it seeps into your skin and all of that. And you can always, I'll put a link down to a safety data sheet for it, so everything I'm saying is backed up. And if you know me, I come from public health policy, government work, running and operating a state program, state of Florida program. So this is me all day, every day, public health. I educate, I put it out there. So that's the main reason why I don't sell it, because it isn't safe to just put on your skin. So like many other YouTube videos, you mix this with hot water, and the sound you hear is actually water boiling. You mix it with hot water and salt. So when you're having your lace tint spray, some people just put the red dye in a bottle and fill it up with water. So if you're making it, you have to be consistent with your measurements. One of the easiest ways to do it is just put it in a gallon. If you know I'm going to be filling up bottles and doing that. For me, I make mine and I would store it. That's what I used to do before I had the powder. And the reason why I would make it and store it and know my formula is because now I would just pour some in a bowl and I would heat it up and then put my lace in it. You all, that spraying on, blow drying, doing all that, it's literally only saving you, what, maybe 5 minutes or something like that. So I am all about safety. You aren't going to leave a color rinse on your hair without rinsing it off. You're not going to leave any chemical just sitting on your skin without rinsing off. Now, I will tell you this. So, back in the day, I used to love my little 99J or that mahogany rinse. So, one day I wanted, like, and my mom was not having, I was not bleaching my hair or anything. So, I just put the rinse, like, on top of my hair. And I wanted it to be very bright. So, I left the rinse on, went outside in the sun. And as you know, a rinse is about just like a conditioner. Came back in after hours, rinsed it off, and it was penetrated in there really good, right? But you're not going to walk around with a rinse on your head. As sensitive as it is, you're just not going to walk around and leave it on your skin. So that's the same thing and the same reason why I am more Janelle feel the way I feel about lace tint, and the reason why I am doing this video for educational purposes, but to each their own, right? So let's get into it. I'm going to show you. And another reason why my lace tint isn't working, I'm spraying it on, it's not there. Maybe it's not enough pigment in it, meaning it's not enough color. So if you're putting a lot of water in a bottle and a little bit of this, it's not going to penetrate. Another reason is you need salt. And if you know anything about chemistry, when you put the salt with the dye and the water, the salt helps take the color out of the water and really penetrate and bind into the fiber, and with the heat. So that chemical reaction is what stains the clothes. So let's take this. This is a black shirt. I'm pretty sure the cotton, or it's not cotton, nylon, whatever it is. You know what? I did a study with my son. We was learning about how you use, or it's whatever it is, but basically plastic to make clothes and things like that. So this was white or whatever color it was. So it was dyed black, permanently dyed. If you get your clothes and every time you look around you see it on your skin or whatever, you're going to wash it, one, or you're going to get rid of it, or you're going to take it back to the store. So that's the same way you look at your lace dye whenever you're thinking about dyeing and doing things. The same way you look at colors with anything. This, at the end of the day, is a fiber. It's Swiss lace. Yeah, it's not cotton, it's lace. So it was stained. It can dye. That's the purpose of why we're doing what we're doing here. And another thing is, you're looking at me, right? Like, I consider myself like a medium brown. Light, not light at all. Scratch. A medium brown is what I consider myself. What I was going to say is, so now I'm going to look for a little bit lighter tint is what I'm going to shade. Maybe like one shade lighter, or about my skin complexion. And different times of the year, different shades, obviously. So whenever you're taking all that into consideration, if I put lace tint up against my skin, so this is transparent lace tint, as you can see. It's white, okay? Pretty much. It's not my skin complexion. I will have to tint this. You do not have to use lace tint, what you see here. Makeup is everything. Do you hear what I'm telling you? Makeup. I love, love, love makeup. So if you have foundation, your skin complexion, all of that, you can do it. So another truth about lace tint, it does not hide the grids. Remember, lace is just going to give you an illusion. The actual makeup powder does a better job at hiding the grids. But not only that, the ball cap, or just a stocking cap. And usually with your stocking cap, you're getting one, the complexion of your skin, or trying to, or you're going nude or beige. And then a lot of people get the makeup and put it on their stocking cap. So that's why you're not getting the results and the illusion from your lace that you want, because it's more to it than just putting actual lace spray or something, tint spray, whatever you want to call it, dye on a lace and just putting it on your head. So that's what you don't see. Then also you have people like me with the ring light. It's bright, right? But I have the natural light behind me as well. This ring light isn't doing too much for my skin. When you see me here, Instagram, anytime, this is pretty much my true complexion. But you have some people that's darker than me. The light lightens them. So you may see them on a different video or something like that, and you're saying, but I'm her complexion, she's using light brown or medium brown or dark brown or whatever the case may be, and it's not working for me. Why is that? Because one, she's not even the color that you're looking at right now when they have a chart up saying is this color, this color, this color matching me, because you have the light on you. So it's a lot of factors that you have to consider. If you are light skinned, why are you tinting your lace medium or dark or anything like that? There's no need. You can't, if your lace is already medium brown, you can't make it lighter with a tint. I can't tint this shirt yellow, okay? But if the shirt was yellow, I probably can get it to be green or something like that, you know, but I can't make this black lighter. So just keep that in mind. And I'm doing this really, I know a lot of people know about the lace tint. A lot of people are curious about it. A lot of people want to make their own or save money, which I'm all for too. If you follow me, you know that. And just keeping it real. So let's get into it. Another thing, you all, this is cloth. Cloth, white, cotton, a rag, paper towel, all of that. I've sprayed it on paper towel before. I posted it on my Instagram, on a rag, posted it on my Instagram. But the main thing is in here, the true color that's on here is not necessarily the true color that's going to be on this lace. So as a consumer, you really have to critical think, you know. People are out here where that's what we do. We're selling, we're marketing, we have all of these tactics, and most people, they don't have time to sit here and give you all of the details, because really, as the person, as a consumer, or if you want to make it or try a wig maker, you have to think about what is it that you need for yourself and your client when it comes to tinting your lace. So what I want to show you is, and I already have it here, you know, I don't even have to use the dropper. I'm going to just take this and do it like this. Now, see, this really doesn't show here, but it has like a purple undertone. And I'm showing you these colors straight out of the box with no water, so that you can get an idea of how it looks. And we'll come back to that one, to each one to see. And don't let, when you're mixing these and you're dyeing at your house and you have your little container and you put it in with your salt, don't let like this green, I don't even let the purple scare me, or what looks like a little gray in this scare me. But you have the different colors, and that's in the order here. Now when you add the water in it, it's going to obviously lighten up some, show a little different. And I'll just put, you know what, better yet, let me just actually wet this a little bit, and I'm just putting some water on the color marks. See, even with this color here, it's showing a little bit more brown in the center right here than what it was even before. So this is what I'm saying, that grayish, greenish, or whatever you want to call it, don't let it scare you, because this tan color right here is what you're going to get. So let's looking at this chocolate brown, which has, to me, more of a purple tone. And I'm purposely putting the water on it to make it bleed, right? So when I'm looking at that, you want to use some type of yellow, orange. It cancels out the purple tone in this, and you're going to get more of the true chocolate brown. But if you take this chocolate brown and mix it in with this brown here, it's just going to make a darker brown. Don't be scared by the purple tone. So I was working with someone and just taking the top off. They like, oh no, I don't want to use that color. It doesn't look right. I'm scared. You can't be scared. You have to try, okay? You have to try. So these are the main colors. This is what we work with. And now, after just talking about this some, I'm going to put this right here. And I'm going to get here to the lace. So what I do is cut off your lace from an install, from a wig, save some of your lace. If your vendor will not send you the exact lace that they're using to make your closures so that you can sample and test and make your color swatch, just use it here. I cut this off and I cut this into 4s. So now I have 4 square lace that I take, and I already dye it. So now I know I have my light brown, my medium light, my dark brown, and my medium brown, or whatever the case. However you color it, name your colors, shades, or whatever, it really doesn't matter, right? Excuse me, I know I'm just talking, but I'm just trying to get this done and not think about everything. Yeah, it's old. So when you do that, that's one of the tips that I do. Cut your lace off, cut it in 4s, already have your shades. So it's going to maybe take you a day of playing with lace tint and doing things like that to create your own color shade. So I hope that's helpful. We're going to move this over. And what I am going to do is, I'm going to go back to this same one here, okay? And just to let you know, I do advise using salt. So here was the cocoa brown. I'm going to just add some salt into it. And I'm just going to add a little water into it. And mind you, this water is hot. Here. Now, I have a spray bottle. And I'm just going to spray it. Wasn't too smart to put something hot in a glass bottle, okay? So you see that? That's just the cocoa brown with water and salt added. Cocoa brown, water, and salt added. Now I'll do one more. You know what? Which one would I do? Let's do the tan, because this is a good example to show you. And I'm gonna add some water. Okay, that's enough water. And we're gonna use this. So remember the tan, this one here. You see? That's tan. Now let me just show you one other thing. I have the tan. And let's see if I don't make too big of a mess. I'm going to take a dropper. Now, if I was really trying to develop some stuff here, you know, I'll be writing this down. I put in 3 drops, this amount. So I'm just showing you one quick way of how to do it. I'm going to put this here. Now I'm going to take the same tan. And then I'm going to get it and I'm going to spray it. Of course, you have to spray out the tan. And look at how it starts to change. So wow, you see these 3, 4 different shades here? This one here is pretty much I like this one. I like this one. We all know what we'll use this for. I like this as a light brown. And you see, so some of these colors, you all, truth be told, you don't need all of that. All of those dark, those look orange, red looking ones, we really not using it like that. But we come in all shades of melanin. So that's the good thing about it. If you can make 10 shades, make 10 shades. So I have, let me show you again. See? So that's just a little quick little overview. I hope it helps for some of you all and get to answer some of the things that you all are curious about. Now what I am going to do is get straight into how I use the light brown, the medium brown. So this is dark. This is the medium lace tint. And this is the light lace tint. And what this is permanent lace tint. And I am, this is what I'm using. 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of salt. It doesn't matter if you go over. Salt is good. The more salt, the more it pulls the color, the dye out of the water and onto your lace. So hence, the more salt you use, the darker, maybe the faster it can tint. And then also what I do when I make my water, I save it so I can reuse it maybe 1 or 2 times, but I have to add more salt. And eventually you're just going to start absorbing the color out of the water. So here I am. I have this. Now what I am going to do here is I am going to tint with my medium. Let me turn this. I need that water to be boiling. So after I put the salt in, I actually just pour in a cup of water. So one thing I like about this little Rubbermaid container, it actually has 1 cup here, 2 cup here, 2 cups. 1 cup, 2 cups. So I always just use this little container. This is my lace tint container. Once I'm done, I store it like this. So hence, when it's time, I will heat this up. Yes, you have to heat it up because when you want it to come to a boil, and as it's simmering, it's going to really penetrate the fiber. And the thing I like about the permanent lace tint, right, is that you can shampoo this, you can put a chemical in it. It's so much you can do, and it's not going to come off of the lace. So that's why I like the permanent lace tint. After I tint my lace, I always shampoo my wigs or my lace closures or lace frontals before I send them out, because I don't want any chemical left on the lace. So again, if you're just taking your red dye, putting in a spray bottle of water, salt, that's the reason why it's just going to rinse off, or it's not as effective, because red dye is made to be heated up, and I'm looking for the directions so I can read them to you. Oh, clearly right here. Pre-wash fabric to remove any finishes or stains. For every pound of dry fabric, ignore that. Okay, add 1 teaspoon of liquid dish. We're ignoring that to remove it. So for intense color, double dye quantity. For best results, add 1 cup of salt. And that's when you're thinking about a big dye bath. So in this case, we only need to do it for like just a teaspoon or something like that, because we just dyeing a little bit amount. And you're going to add it to the water. So it's telling you exactly how to use it on here and how to make it so that it's very effective. And in the same pot with enough hot water, and they actually capitalize hot. So that's why certain things not as effective. So when you're making it and using any product for other things that is not really how it's not meant to be used, you just have to consider other factors. It tells you don't put it on your skin, don't put it on your eye, things like that. And let me tell you all something. Just because you haven't heard of a case of a serious skin reaction and things like that, and any professional know, you always do a little skin test as well, like before you use a new relaxer, different things like that. So it's out there. I come from public health, I come from government. A lot of things do not hit the news, so just be safe with anything you can foresee. So what I have here is my water, and I'm going to just fill it up to 1 cup. Now I let the salt actually dissolve in the water. And I have my 1, and I'm going to put 2 in. And that's going to make it darker. So here I have it where it's dark. And all you do now is you get your lace and you put your lace in it. But what I'm not doing is I'll come back and make a video of me actually using this tint in it, because I need this lace and I don't know if my client wants dark brown or medium brown, so I'm not going to do it. But I just wanted to show you how easy this is. And if you want any more information, you know, email me info@amorejanelle.com. You can go to my website and you can purchase your light, medium, dark. I have I'm not Amazon. You can find the red dye Amazon, Walmart, Publix. Just it's a lot of different places. Joann's Fabric. I got these from Amazon. If you want to know about them, you know where you can find mason jars, and who doesn't know about this? So I hope this video was helpful. If you all have questions, let me know. If you need more information like this, and again, I'm that critical thinker, so that's why I'm coming to you with the information. I want you to critical think. I want you to ask questions. If you have questions, please put them below. I will be answering your questions. Subscribe to my channel and give me a like, a thumbs up. I appreciate you all, and enjoy.